Let me tell you something. It's time to focus on being a good man. A lot of people don't really understand what it means to be good. They think that just because they're not doing anything bad, they're doing enough. But listen closely. The absence of evil doesn't automatically mean the presence of good. Think of it this way. You have negative, positive, and neutral. Neutral is a big zero, no harm, but also no contribution. Stoicism teaches us that it's not what happens to us, but how we respond that defines our virtue. Staying neutral might feel safe, like you're staying out of trouble, but it's also a state where growth is stagnant. Reflect for a moment on the times you chose not to act, not to get involved. Those were missed chances to do what's right, to lend a hand, to set an example. Stoicism isn't about staying silent. It's about knowing when to act and doing so with purpose and integrity. So, what does it mean to be positive in this context? It's about adding value, creating a ripple effect of goodness that goes beyond yourself. It's about not just avoiding the wrong, but actively doing right. Real strength, according to Stoicism, isn't just about refraining from negative actions. It's about making positive ones. It's about being just, wise, courageous, and disciplined, and bringing those virtues into the world around you. Instead of just avoiding the don'ts, let's start embodying the do's. Every moment you choose to help, to uplift, to be kind, you're not just a zero on life's moral scale. You're tipping it towards the positive. And remember, being a good man, a strong man, isn't about grand gestures. It's about small, consistent acts of goodness that accumulate over time, defining who you are and the legacy you leave behind. So ask yourself, are you just avoiding the negative, or are you actively pursuing the positive? Because that's where real strength lies. If you're finding value in this conversation, stick with us. Each segment builds upon the last, helping us all grow stronger, not just individually, but together. Let's keep diving into these virtues, uncovering how even the smallest choices can create profound change. Now let's talk about habit 1, be proactive in goodness. In the hustle of daily life, it's easy to coast along, doing no harm but also doing no real good. But real strength isn't found in just avoiding the wrong, it's in seeking to do right. Being proactive in goodness means looking for opportunities to add value, even in the smallest ways. Imagine walking into a store and seeing a cashier with tired eyes, worn from a long shift. You could just pay and leave, or you could ask, "How's your day going?" with a genuine smile. That small act of kindness isn't just politeness. It's recognizing someone's humanity and responding with empathy. These moments of connection align with Stoic teachings that encourage us to live according to virtue, to uplift and support others, not for a reward, but because it's the right thing to do. And how do you put this into action daily? Start small. Offer to help someone carry heavy bags, give up your seat on a crowded bus, or genuinely listen when a friend needs to talk without interrupting or checking your phone. These actions might seem minor, but their impact is profound. They set a tone of care and respect that can ripple outward, encouraging others to act kindly too. The Stoics believed that the core of a good life is focusing on what we can control: our actions, our responses, our attitude, while accepting what we can't, like the behavior of others or unforeseen circumstances. So, challenge yourself to do something good for someone each day, no matter how small. Keep a journal of these actions if it helps you stay committed. Reflect on how each act made you feel and how it impacted your interactions with others, because in the end, the path to being a good man isn't just about avoiding the wrong, it's about actively doing the right. Over time, these entries won't merely serve as a record of good deeds. Instead, they'll become a map of your personal growth and the ever-expanding impact of your kindness. The true beauty of this practice lies in its transformative power. As we repeatedly choose to be agents of positivity, our self-image begins to shift. We start viewing ourselves as good people, which in turn reinforces our commitment to these behaviors. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. By acting as the person we aspire to be, we ultimately become that person. Adopting this habit of proactive goodness is a powerful step toward not just becoming a strong individual, but one who is profoundly good. This journey reaches beyond the self, touching the lives of those around us and weaving a network of positivity that strengthens and uplifts our communities. So, take on this challenge. Start small and watch as the seeds of your efforts grow into a flourishing garden of goodwill and mutual respect. Remember, every act of kindness, no matter how small, is a step toward a better world. Habit 2. Be dangerously good without being harmful. Strength isn't always about being the loudest or most visible. True strength often lies in quiet, understated power, immensely powerful yet serene. This type of strength, the kind that remains composed until called upon, is what I mean by being dangerously good. It's not about threatening others. Rather, it's about possessing the ability to protect and stand up for what's right when it matters most. Imagine this. You're in a crowded room, the noise overwhelming as everyone vies to be heard. Yet, in the midst of the chaos, one person remains calm, collected and observant. They don't need to raise their voice. Their very presence commands respect. This person is like a silent guardian, embodying the Stoic ideal that true power isn't found in noise, but in the mastery of control. They control their actions, their emotions, and their responses, knowing that the most significant impact often arises from thoughtful, deliberate intervention rather than aggression. Being dangerously good means cultivating an inner strength that prepares you to act decisively and ethically in moments when it counts. It's about having the courage and moral integrity to make tough choices, stand up for those who can't, and do so with humility and a sense of duty. This reflects the Stoic principle of living a virtuous life in harmony with reason. Knowing what is right is not enough. We must be ready to act on it, even when it comes at a personal cost. Think about how this strength could show up in everyday life. Perhaps it's stepping in when you witness injustice, like defending a colleague being mistreated, or offering help to someone in trouble, even when it requires extra effort or standing alone. These actions don't require physical strength, but rather immense moral courage. To build this habit, start by clarifying your values. What do you stand for? What principles do you cherish? Once you're clear on these, think about how you can defend and promote them through your actions. For instance, if you value honesty, being dangerously good may mean having the courage to speak the truth when lying seems easier. It could also mean standing firm in your beliefs, even when they're unpopular or come with personal costs. Furthermore, being dangerously good also demands preparedness. Just as a silent guardian isn't only ready to act but is trained to act effectively, being prepared means educating yourself on the causes you care about, developing conflict resolution skills, or even engaging in physical training, depending on the type of protection you may be called to offer. Lastly, embodying this habit means acting quietly, without seeking recognition or reward. Your actions aren't for show. They're a true reflection of your values and commitment to doing good. This Stoic approach isn't about being seen as a hero. It's about being one, quietly, without the need for accolades. By adopting the habit 3, being dangerously good, you're committing to a path of quiet strength and moral resolve. You're choosing to be a protector, a supporter, and a champion of good, ready to act when the world needs you, not for glory, but because it's the right thing to do. This is the essence of true strength, strength that is all the more powerful because it doesn't boast, it simply acts. In a world flooded with information, true strength isn't just about acquiring knowledge, it's about carefully sorting through it to uncover wisdom. Being educated and informed isn't merely about collecting facts. It's about enriching our understanding of the world, improving the choices we make, and living a life guided by Stoic values, reason, virtue, and wisdom. Think back to a time when you were faced with something outside of your comfort zone. Maybe it was a heated debate, or a decision that required more expertise than you had at the moment. How did that feel? Now, imagine if you had taken the time to broaden your knowledge before that moment, to learn from different perspectives. Your confidence would have soared and your contributions would have been far more impactful. Staying informed is more than just casual reading or tuning into the news. It's about making a consistent commitment to learning, one that shifts how you see the world and how you interact with it. It's about nurturing curiosity, which drives you to keep learning. Whether you follow thought leaders or dive into books and documentaries, absorbing a wide array of perspectives challenges your beliefs and helps you push your boundaries. The Stoics valued knowledge, but they stressed the importance of practical wisdom, applying what you learn to better your own life and the lives of others. It's one thing to know a lot, but it's another to live wisely based on that knowledge. To truly live this principle, take your learning into your daily life. When you encounter something new, ask yourself how it can influence your decisions, actions, and outlook. A simple way to start is by exploring a topic you're unfamiliar with. Whether it's a book or a podcast, set a goal to learn something new each week. Then take it further by discussing what you've learned with others. Dialogue is a great tool for deepening understanding and testing your new knowledge. And teaching what you've learned to someone else is even better. It's said that the best way to truly grasp something is to explain it. Staying informed also means being aware of current events and how they impact you and the world around you. But that doesn't mean you need to watch every news program. Instead, seek out reliable sources with balanced perspectives, and always think critically about the information you consume. This critical thinking is essential. It lets you actively engage with the world, form your own educated opinions, and ground them in Stoic logic and ethics. Committing to this way of thinking doesn't just expand your mind, it helps you build resilience and adaptability. It equips you to handle life's challenges more effectively. By becoming a lifelong learner, you're not only preparing yourself to lead your own life with wisdom, but also to be an informed and thoughtful member of your community, a beacon of reason and virtue. In the spirit of Stoicism, let knowledge not simply be something you acquire, let it transform you. Let it guide you to a life that's thoughtful, impactful, and aligned with your deepest values. Embrace the discomfort of the unknown and find joy in the never-ending pursuit of knowledge and wisdom. Habit 4. Navigating daily stresses. Navigating life's storms often feels like trying to steer a ship through a rough sea. Daily stresses, unexpected events, and emotional challenges keep coming at us. Yet the ability to stay calm in the midst of chaos is not only useful, it's a profound strength. Calmness allows us to approach every situation with clarity, a core tenet of Stoic philosophy. Staying calm doesn't mean suppressing or ignoring your emotions. It means understanding them, recognizing their triggers, and managing them in a way that enables you to respond thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. This practice of calmness is rooted in Stoicism, which teaches that self-control and rational thought are the keys to inner peace. Reflect on a time when you were overwhelmed by your emotions, perhaps during a heated argument or a stressful moment at work. In those times, the impulse is to react right away, driven by frustration, anger, or anxiety. But when we cultivate calmness, we create a pause between feeling and action. In that space, we have the power to choose how we respond, and this choice is powerful. That choice can turn a potential conflict into a peaceful resolution. One way to build your ability to stay calm is through a daily practice that centers you, be it meditation, deep breathing exercises, or a quiet morning ritual, like reflecting over a cup of tea. These practices remind you that, no matter the external chaos, you have control over your internal state. Also, pay attention to your environment. If starting your day by watching the news leaves you feeling anxious, consider replacing it with something more uplifting or educational. Creating an environment that supports calmness plays a crucial role in maintaining your peace of mind. If too much caffeine leaves you feeling jittery, consider experimenting with cutting back on your intake or trying beverages that are gentler on your system. Music also has a powerful impact on our emotions. Listening to calming tunes can help maintain a peaceful state of mind and reduce stress. Creating inner peace isn't just about avoiding things that disturb your calm. It's about actively building resilience. This means developing a mindset that views challenges as opportunities to apply Stoic principles. When you face adversity, remind yourself of the Stoic idea that what we suffer often has less to do with the events themselves and more to do with how we interpret them. By shifting how we perceive things, we can take control of our reactions and maintain calmness. Stoicism teaches us that the only things truly within our control are our thoughts and actions. By focusing on these areas and letting go of our desire to control everything else, we naturally become calmer. This philosophy encourages us to live in the present, take one step at a time, and handle each situation as it comes, without unnecessary worry about the future or regret about the past. Embracing calmness as a habit means embracing a life where your serenity isn't easily disturbed by the outside world. It means becoming someone who can face life's inevitable storms with steadiness and grace. When you nurture inner tranquility, you become unshakable. Not because life stops throwing challenges at you, but because you've built the strength to face them with composure and a peaceful heart. Habit 5. Cultivate wisdom. Imagine you're a seasoned sailor navigating the vast, unpredictable ocean of life. Every decision you make, every challenge you face, you handle with confidence that comes from both experience and an intuitive understanding of the winds and waves. This sense of understanding and assurance is what wisdom is all about. It's not just accumulating knowledge, but applying that knowledge thoughtfully and effectively. Wisdom is the ability to look beyond the surface and grasp the underlying currents of situations, which helps you navigate life with more ease. This type of wisdom is at the heart of Stoic philosophy. It's not about knowing things for the sake of knowing, but about using that knowledge to improve yourself and your life. Cultivating wisdom means gaining insight into both the complexities and simplicities of life. It means recognizing that not every problem requires an immediate response, and sometimes the most powerful choice is to do nothing. Think back to times when you felt compelled to jump into every argument or conflict. Wisdom teaches us that not every battle is worth our energy. Sometimes, the wiser decision is to conserve your strength for battles that truly matter, ones that align with your values and move you toward your goals. Wisdom also involves knowing when to act and when to hold back. It's about timing and discretion, knowing not just what to say or do, but how and when to do it. This might mean holding your tongue until the right moment, offering advice when it's most likely to be heard, or stepping in when your actions can make a positive difference. There's an old saying about wisdom: knowing that a tomato is technically a fruit, but not putting it in a fruit salad. Similarly, life wisdom involves applying your knowledge in ways that are appropriate and beneficial for the situation at hand. To begin cultivating wisdom, start by practicing reflection. Before reacting to a situation, take a moment to think about the possible outcomes of your actions. Ask yourself if your response aligns with your long-term goals and values. This practice of reflection is deeply Stoic, as it encourages mindfulness of your motives and actions, ensuring that you act according to reason and virtue, not impulse. Wisdom grows from a foundation of diverse experiences. To cultivate it, seek out new experiences, engage with different perspectives, and challenge your preconceived notions. This might mean reading across various disciplines, engaging in thoughtful discussions with people who hold differing views, or stepping out of your comfort zone to try new things. Every new experience is an opportunity to broaden your understanding of the world and enhance your decision-making skills. Now, imagine yourself as a wise old tree in the middle of a storm. While the winds rage and the rain pours down, the tree stands firm, its roots deeply planted in the ground. This is the wisdom we aim to emulate: calm, resilient, and enduring no matter what life throws our way. Like that tree, a wise person listens more than they speak, absorbs the world around them, and then uses that knowledge to navigate forward thoughtfully and effectively. As we close today's exploration of strength and virtue, Remember that the journey to wisdom and goodness is ongoing. Every choice, every action, shapes us into the people we strive to be. Thank you for reflecting with us here at Stoic Philosophy Daily. If you're eager to continue exploring strength and virtue, check out my videos on my channel. Dive deeper, learn more, and let's grow in wisdom together. Thank you for being part of this community. Your presence and engagement truly make a difference. Until next time, keep striving to live the life of virtue.